I remember way back whenever I went to seminary, I was working hard. I was working 3 jobs, throwing papers, delivering in a van, and trying to do home refinancing. And I was the evangelism pastor at the church on the weekends. And man, I was just working hard. And I was going to school full-time all at the same time. And man, I was tired, didn't get a lot of rest, but it was a really, really busy time. It's during that time that God taught me a lot of things. And one of the things that he taught me was about faith. I remember there was one particular day that whenever I was going to school, it was a school day, and it was like every class that I went to, God would teach me about faith. He would teach me how to have faith, and that I needed to have faith, and why, and about his power, and on and on and on. So all day long I'm learning about faith, and I remember on my way home thinking, gosh, my goodness, I understand it now. Well, I get home, and my wife meets me at the door, and which was great. And of course we hugged and kissed and welcome home and that kind of a thing. And then she looks at me, she says, we've got to talk. And I'm thinking to myself, oh no, something's going on. I could just tell. And so we went in and we sat down, and I was on one end of the couch and she was on the other, and she reaches over and she picks up the checkbook and she starts thumbing through it, and she says, I've been looking at this all day, and I don't know what we're going to do. I don't think we can make it. We just don't have enough money. And she was really worried. And I don't know what got over me, but I was just full of faith. And I said, you know what? I don't know what we're going to do either. But I can't wait to find out what God's going to do. And as soon as those words came out of my mouth, the phone rang. And I walked over and I picked it up, and it was a guy from the church. And it wasn't even a guy that was a great friend. I mean, we knew him, we were acquaintances, but we weren't really friends. Anyway, he's on the phone, and he tells me his name, and he says, Mark, I was just sitting here praying, and I was thinking about you and Chris. And then he said, do y'all need any money? And I mean, that hit me. And God used that guy in that moment just to take care of us, but it wasn't about that. God was teaching me how to have faith. And I tell you, since that day, God has continued to be faithful. He doesn't always give me what I want when I want it. It's not that kind of a thing, but he always comes through. God has taught me about faith. That's my story.